2024. Man, what a year it has been for film and television. I thought because it was such a good year for all things media, basically, I thought about doing just an end of the year recap of Letterboxd of what I watched this year, what's the highlights, surprises, disappointments, my top five, basically. So, with that being said, I'm just roll the intro and we'll get right into it. For 2024, I recorded 225 films. Scroll down a tad bit. Let's go right here. This is a good place right here. On average per month, 18.8. Average per week is 4.3. My first film I ever logged, you can see, is Crazy Rich Asians. But there's a funny thing with that. That was on February 18th. So I downloaded Letterboxd 6 weeks into this year. So I'm pretty sure these stats will be way higher next year. So it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, but still a great year. The most watched films I watch is Deadpool, Transformers 1, Inside Out 2, Dune Part 2, Sonic 3, The Wild Robot, Alien, Romulus, and Furiosa. And so with that being said, let's get on to the surprises of this year. Okay, with the first surprise, I have My Old Ass. And this film, it shocked me. It's the context and story itself is really good. The acting by Aubrey Plaza is really good, and this film got emotion out of me, and I was very surprised with that. Very, very, very good movie. The next surprise is Challengers. Now, when I say surprise, I don't mean a movie that I thought that was gonna be bad and it ended up good. I'm more meaning a movie that was on my radar that shocked me about how good it actually was, basically. And Challengers, it I think there's a case, an argument for it to be a Best Picture nominee. Honestly, this film is phenomenal. Zendaya, seeing her in a matured role was refreshing to see. The chemistry between all the actors was amazing, and this film really stood out this year for me. It was really, really good. Okay, next will be the top disappointments for this year. Okay, the first disappointment I have is Civil War. I couldn't connect with the film. I couldn't care for the characters that was involved in the film. I think I think from a technical side, the film is phenomenal. The sound design, the camera shots, cinematography, audio design, lighting, VFX, like technical, everything was amazing in this film. It's just the not even the subject matter. It's just I don't like watching incompetent characters on screen, and I feel like the entire cast was had no IQ whatsoever, and they just kept doing mistake after mistake, just crazy decision making. Honestly. Okay, the next disappointment is Francis Ford Coppola Megalopolis. This is my biggest disappointment of the year for sure. This is my lowest rated film of this year for sure. I just think this film has so much potential. That's why I was so frustrated with the talent involved and everything. It was so upsetting to watch this. I wanted to walk out the theater so many times, but I stayed in. But this film killed me. This film really killed me, man. This film really pissed me off, honestly. So frustrating, honestly. Okay, with those out the way, Let's get into the top five of the year. Okay, and this is my top five for 2024. I have I have Wicked, Anora, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Deadpool and Wolverine, and a number one spot, Doom Part 2, also known as the best film I've seen in the past 10 years. Yes, I mean that. Yes, I do. And these films are remarkable. Wicked, beautifully crafted, production design, costume design, vocals, everything Wicked is perfectly great. Honora, Sean Baker, and Mickey Madison both bought something special with this film. It is absolutely phenomenal. Sonic 3, The Last Hour, is gave everything a Sonic fan could ever want in a film, and they delivered. Deadpool Wolverine, I already touched it. I touched it again. It's my type of movie. It's my type of comedy. It's my type of action. I love this film. And Doom Part 2, only one sentence is enough for this film. It is the best film I've seen in the past 10 years. All these films were amazing. All these films brought out emotions in me in the theater. I had great experiences in the theater with these films. Like, all these films was really, really great. I seen a lot of good movies this year. This top five was very hard to put together. It was very hard to put together for sure. Okay, and I also want to go over the top five movies I've seen that wasn't 2024 releases, basically, if that makes sense. So movies I seen for the first time, basically. And those are Greta Gerwig's Little Women. I think this film is a masterpiece entirely. This is her best film. This is the best woman directed film I've seen in my career. This is in my top five. The next one is The Wizard of Oz. For a film that came out in the late 1930s, this film is phenomenal. It's so mesmerizing. The dance sequences is in choreography, and songs themselves were so charming. This film means a lot to me. I love this film. The next one is 1984, The Karate Kid. This is the next film. This film surprised me because I knew it was good in the back of my mind, but I didn't think it was gonna be this amazing, amazing film. Honestly, yeah, this film is, man. I watched this film entirely with a smile on my face. I really enjoyed this. The next film is, which is at the number two spot, is X-Men First Class. This year, I watched all the X-Men movies for the first time, excluding Logan, and this one came on top. I think all the cast deliver well, especially McAvoy and Fassbender. I love Magneto and Charles Xavier, and their depictions of the characters were so great, and I love this film a lot, especially those two in those roles. They really carried the movie for me, honestly. And the next film that's number one I watched this year for the first time is La La Land. And my review says everything how I feel about this film. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, with the combination of directing and writing from Damien, deliver my favorite film of all time. Yes, you heard me correct. This is my favorite film of all time. This film is phenomenal, mesmerizing, beautiful, romantic, emotional. This film is everything to me. The choreography, the songs, the every single beat and element of this film is beyond perfection and masterpiece and wonderful. I love this film so much, honestly. And with that being said, I'm gonna throw a graphic up of my honorable mentions of the year, meaning these are all films that I gave 5 stars but didn't make it to top five, basically, and all these films, I love them. all these films are really, really special, honestly. Like, this year was a great year for film, honestly. And with that being said, that's my year in review on Letterboxd in 2024. Thanks to everyone watching this, and thank you to all the directors, actors, all the talent involved in the filmmaking business for making all these films I love this year, honestly. And I can't wait for next year. And I hope everyone have a great next year for film and television. I hope everyone have a good New Year's, and I can't wait. Thanks.